Hey you guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to do this look. So basically what this is a very subtle smoky eye, and it's not done with blacks or grays, it's all neutral colors, so browns and beiges. And you can wear this to a dance, maybe to homecoming. I know homecoming is coming up soon. You can wear it to a party, maybe your friend is having like a birthday party or something and you want to get all fancied up or whatever. You can wear this anywhere basically. It's a little bit more heavy on the makeup, so I suggest not wearing it to school just because it's a little bit not school appropriate. It's more nighttime appropriate. So let me show you how to get started. Okay, so let's get started. If you have cream eyeshadows and you want to do this look with cream eyeshadows, then pay attention to this part. If not, just skip ahead to the part where I just use powder. Okay, so first you're going to take a beige color or just a cream color, and you can apply this with a brush or with your fingers. I think it applies a little bit better with a brush just because you get some more pigment on there, and you really just want to pat that on your lid all over, and just a little bit more. Okay, so now that that's done, we're just going to take a light brown color. This one is Bad to the Bronze. And you're going to take your finger and just put a little bit on there, not very much. And you're just going to really place this into your crease, softly. And just a little bit more. You always want to start by putting just a little bit on and then adding more and more, because it's easier to add more than to take stuff off. Just clean up the edges a little bit. Okay, and then we've done that, you're going to take a darker brown color, and this is going to be your inner corner color. I'm going to wipe off that finger and just pick up just a little bit, very little amount, and just drag it in, starting at your outer V and working your way about a third into your eyelid. And like I said, just pick up very little amount. You really don't want to pick up too much. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and use the powder eyeshadow. So what you want to do is you want to take a medium-sized fluffy dome brush, and any color palette you have, I'm just going to use this one because they're basically the same colors, and you're going to pick up your lightest brown. You want to swirl that in there and tap it off just so any excess powder comes off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tap it into the crease right on top of that brown color we already put, and then you're going to make little small squiggles. Just like that. It doesn't really matter if it's that messy, you can just clean up with your finger. There you go. And now you're going to take a smaller dome brush, and this one you're going to pick up your darkest brown, which is right here. Be very careful because you really don't want to pick up too much, about two, like dab it in twice, and tap it so the excess comes off. And lightly, you want to drag it just over where we put the darkest brown, which is where your outer V is, and then you're just going to drag it in. And dab it again. Tap all the excess off. And just lightly pat that on there. Okay, just like that. And now you're going to take your medium-sized dome brush again, with just a little bit of your brown, just to touch it up. You can go like that. And then you're going to take that same brush that you used to apply the beige color with, and you're going to turn it over so it's on the other side, and pick up just a beige or a shimmery like cream color. And this one you're going to really like press on. You're going to press it right on where you have the beige visible. And now you're going to take your larger dome brush, your smaller dome brush, sorry, and just blend them together very light. Because you really don't want harsh lines. So there we go. Now we're going to take our larger dome brush and that light brown color and just tap that back in place. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take another fluffy dome brush and you're going to pick up, I have another beige that I like. It's just like a brownish beige, still light color. And you're going to use this as your highlight and you can blend that in to your light brown, just barely. And then just 1, 2, 3, just a couple swipes just to give it a little bit more dimension. And that's all you have. And now we're just going to apply the eyeliner. So let me go ahead and do that. Now that I've applied my mascara and my eyeliner, I just added a bit of wing just because it's a little bit more dramatic. Now I'm going to show you how to do foundation. But this foundation is a little bit different than my everyday routine. This one is a little bit more coverage. It makes your skin look a little bit more clear. So what you're going to do is you're going to stipple it onto your brush and you're just going to pat it onto your skin. And you really don't want to go like this because that's going to spread out your foundation and it's not going to give you as much coverage. And don't worry about getting underneath your eye because we're going to use concealer for that. You can also use a sponge for this, but just be careful how much you apply to the sponge before you put it on your face, just because sponges tend to apply a little bit thicker and it's harder to dab with them just because they're all one solid flat layer and this has bristles and stuff. And then underneath your chin you can sweep. So it looks a little bit shiny right now, and that's because there's a lot of foundation on my face, so it's obviously going to be a little bit more oily. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to take your foundation brush and your powder foundation, and this one is going to be applied a little bit differently than normal too. You want to swoop it onto your brush and just pat it into place. Just like that. There we go. And see, my face looks almost completely clear except for a few spots, but that's okay. You're going to take your concealer and just a little bit, just like the tiniest amount. Just do like 2 dabs. Okay. And we're just going to pat that in. Just like that. Once you've applied your concealer, then you're all done. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below, and don't forget to click the subscribe button. It's over here, right? Yeah, it's over here. Click that button, or click the like button too if you like this video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!